The White House is expected to roll out new tariffs on countries that tax American-made goods. One is set to go into effect Thursday on foreign-made auto parts and 25% tax on steel, aluminum, and other goods from Canada. At least 2 Republican senators say they will vote with Democrats to try to stop these tariffs. Now, according to some local companies, the tariffs are expected to cause some financial strain. Laura Sandlin, she went out today and spoke with an auto dealer along with the president of a Canadian-based company to get their perspective. Laura, what did they tell you?
Those I spoke with tell me this tariff could possibly negatively impact long-term relationships between the United States and other countries when it comes to products and pricing. For now, one dealership tells me they're seeing their sales increase.
So if the cars that are sold from those plants are now 25% more expensive for Americans, no one will buy them.
Flavio Volpe is the president of Automotive Parts Manufacturers Association in Canada. He says the new 25% automotive tariff puts production, including transportation, at risk, especially in the Toledo area.
And in those towns, there are Canadian companies that have spent tens of millions and in some cases hundreds of millions of dollars to employ Americans, to buy American raw materials, to make parts for cars that are made in America for Americans. We're your partners.
Volpe says towns like Bowling Green, Bellevue, Edon, Fremont, and Toledo are all included in the risk of shutdown. Danny Ruiz, sales manager for Price Pro, says while they've had an increase in sales, he's also already seen negative impacts on those around him.
Within the last week, we saw an uptick. I think we put out like 80 units, which is a tremendous uptick. We've seen a lot of decreases in sales. I've got a lot of friends that work for Jeep and those kind of businesses, and it's sad because this, again, it's going to take away from them and their families because of the raising prices.
According to the APMA, Canada does not have a domestic automaker, meaning they rely on the back and forth relationship with the U.S. to make a 6 to 7% profit.
1.5 to 2 million vehicles assembled in Ontario every year, and those plants buy about $4 billion each every year of parts from American companies.
So, with increasing costs,
then everybody in those plants is on risk of at least temporary layoff until either the White House backs off or companies go and try to get an emergency stay in court.
Wednesday, the tariff is set to go into place. We'll continue to update you on air and online. Reporting in Maumee, Laura Sandlin, WTOL 11.